Fun fact, when you see them coming down and you see them light up, that's not jet, that's them going so fast like the space shuttle when it comes, what do you call it, flying in. You know how they need the heat tiles or whatever you call them.
Jerusalem. He's talking in Hebrew. What he's saying is that
Anytime they talk in Hebrew, which nobody spoke until like, I don't know how many years ago it was, they brought it back in order to separate them from the Palestinians. You got to think of Palestinians as Indians and Jews as in Israel as settlers, they call them, as settlers that came to America, but they're like 250 years behind. We've already went through all this stuff, and now they're trying to do it again, but in modern days, and everybody's like, wait a minute.
this war of destruction, it will bring about the return of the coming of the Messiah. And it will happen on Thursday, which is today. Okay? So they are not at all saddened by what is happening. In fact, they are quite animated. They're very excited about what's happening. So again, you cannot look at this war from a geopolitical lens. You have to look at it from an eschatological perspective. All right? So let us
Eschatological means doomsday cult.
look at where we are in the war so far. And as you can see, it is a regional war, and both sides are seeking maximalist objectives. And what this means is the United States and Israel wants to destroy Israel, especially its capacity to be a nation state. And so right now, the Americans and Israelis are attacking their leadership, decapitating their leadership, as well as targeting their economy. And later on, as this war progresses and escalates, they will start to target civilian critical infrastructure, including water. Okay? And it's already happening.
Yeah, they already did that.
They also want to have a divide and rule strategy where they want to provoke ethnic conflict in Iran and divide Iran up into ethnic enclaves. And this is what we call balkanization. The Iranians, on the other hand, want to destroy the entire global economy. You do that by attacking the energy infrastructure of the GCC. Because again, the entire basis of the global economy is cheap energy. Okay? As this war progresses, you will notice certain things. Right? So eventually, the Americans will have no choice but to launch a ground invasion. And one possible attack vector is here, which is Karg Island. This is where Iran stores about 9% of its oil for export. And so the idea is that if you take Karg Island, you will destroy the Iranian economy and thus its capacity to sustain this war. The problem with Karg Island is that it's easy to take, but it's hard to defend because of the coastline, right? In which case, you have to also take the coastline. But then you deal with the Zagros Mountains, and so you have to expand outwards. Okay? This is what we call mission creep, where you cannot justify the war. So what you do is you put in some soldiers, and then the mission creep becomes just justification for the war. Okay? That's one thing to spot as you read the news. Karg Island.
When he's talking about mission creep, I just heard Hegseth say, well, we're not worried about mission creep. It's how like they do Vietnam. First, you send over a couple troops, you bomb them, then you send over a couple troops. All of a sudden, they get attacked. Now you need more troops. Well, why are we already in too deep into this shit? We got to keep going. It's bullshit.
And will be a flashpoint. Another flashpoint will be Saudi Arabia, because right now, the Iranians are attacking Saudi Arabia. Now, what's Saudi Arabia?
Zionist, you got to remember the word Zionist. It means an Israeli settler who wants to like span from the Jordan to the Euphrates. That's what the blue and the white on their flag is. It's the two rivers, and they want all the land in between these two rivers because the fucking Bible promises it to them. I can't make this up. The Bible says so. That's their defense. 3,000 years ago, it says in the Bible. Fucking go home, you fucking idiots.
What we can do is declare war on Iran. This is important because
they think they get this land because everybody kicks them out because they eat foreskins.
Saudi Arabia has a mutual defense pact with Pakistan, so that if any are attacked, the other is obligated to come to each other's defense. Okay? This is important because, as you can see, Pakistan opens up the eastern front. Okay? So it's possible the Americans can attack from the east. The other thing that's important is that Pakistan has nuclear weapons, and it is possible nuclear weapons are used. I strongly believe tactical nuclear weapons will not be used. Okay? But once Pakistan is in the war, nuclear warheads are now at play. Okay? Another thing to watch is how this war expands elsewhere, okay? Because when the time is appropriate,
I read somewhere, trying to see. God, is Israel just this little? What part is Israel? It's way over here. God, it's so tiny. These stupid motherfuckers. Look at this. This is all desert, I think.
what will